Well, here we are at the 2009 EndFed rally. The crowd is gathering. We are here at Heald Square. That's at State Street and Wacker Drive in the Chicago River. We have a good crowd.
Hello, Chicago.
Hello.
Welcome to the National Day of Support for Constitutional and Sound Money, also known as
EndFed.
Right, we've got an educated group here. Henry Ford is attributed with saying, "It's well enough that the people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system. For if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning." So it's our job here to help as many people as possible understand our banking and monetary system so we can get that revolution started. November 22nd, 1910. 99 years ago to this day, reporters marched to several government officials led by Senator Nelson Aldrich who boarded a train in Hoboken, New Jersey. Along with them were a number of banking executives. And we all know that when government officials and bankers get together, nothing good comes of it. The train took the officials to a resort on Jekyll Island, Georgia, where they planned the biggest fraud to be perpetrated on the American people. In their wildest dreams, they couldn't have imagined that 99 years later, this fraud was still going on. Now, I don't know about you, but I think a century of this is long enough. All right, so how many here were delegates at the Continental Congress that just wrapped up? All right. You know, they usually, excellent. They usually save this for our military, but thank you for your service to our country. Anybody else attend? Excellent, excellent. Who here came from either downstate Illinois or out of state? Out of state. Holy mackerel, where's all the people from Illinois?
There's something in the lake.
Now, we know when you come to an EndFed rally, you have a choice, so thank you for choosing Chicago. Before we get rolling, there's a couple of people I want to recognize. Robert Lugo, can you raise your hand, please? If there's any medical issues, Robert was kind enough to bring a medical kit here.
I don't have any medical experience.
So we'll have to see if there's a doctor in the house. If you need a Band-Aid, I think he's got one.
Yeah, that's good.
A couple other people that I need to recognize. Two of the usual suspects from Chicago, Justin Kapuscinskis and Ryan Gaba. Are you guys around? Where are they?
Justin, what's up?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there they are back there. Raise your hands, guys. See Tierney Response Team and Ryan back there. They're going to be helping along the route. We're really going to be kind of meandering through the city here, so they're going to try and keep everybody together so no one gets lost. One other person I want to recognize, where's that Packer hat? Oh, there it is. Back there in the Packer hat, Scott Hamilton from Appleton, Wisconsin. Thanks, Scott, for helping to organize. And thanks, Scott, for bringing a minivan full of people down from Wisconsin. So for at least today, we can get along with the Packer fans. One other organizer I need to mention, I guess isn't here right now, but she's pretty much responsible for this happening. A few months ago, the National EndFed group said, hey, we're going to do rallies again on November 22nd. And I thought, well, great. You know, I wonder who's going to step up in Chicago. And then I get this email. Somehow I was on a mailing list because I helped organize last year. And the email said, well, I'm really excited. I'm coming in from out of town. You know, what are you guys doing? I go, well, probably nothing. And we went back and forth a little bit, and I started thinking, you know, we got this Continental Congress going on. You know, I'm seeing all these out-of-town groups that want to help out, and you know, I know there's a lot of Chicago groups that do like to show up to this stuff. So I said, okay, let's give this a shot. If you see her along the route, if she ever shows up, we'll introduce her. But she wasn't kidding when she said she was out of town. She was like from out of time zone, from Missoula, Montana. Pamela Smith. So if you see her, say thanks. Let's see, one other point I want to make, a couple ground rules. Last year I thought we were going to have maybe 75 people here. By the time we got started, not only were there about 200, 250, but we also found out we were on private property. So, you know, that was kind of a, and as we figured this out, the Chicago Police Department kind of made an appearance, and I thought, oh man, this is it. You know, it's going to fail before it starts. Well, from the time we started, from the time they showed up, I can't say how well our group was treated by the Chicago Police Department.
Yeah!
Chicago Police Department are not the feds. And I talked to a couple of them already today. They said, you know, when you're going down the sidewalks, don't impede pedestrian traffic, obey the traffic signals. If they need to, if we get big enough, they'll help us out. So for the Chicago police, if they ask you to do something, please do it. If they ask you not to do something, please don't do it. They've done a great job making sure that we have our First Amendment rights.
In fact, one of those police officers is actually supporting us.
So yeah, a couple things that the national group says that all EndFed groups should subscribe to. Generally, don't confront people, don't confront the shoppers or the tourists or other passers-by. However, if anybody runs into like Bernanke or Geithner, you can make an exception. Got the car. You know, we're a little ragtag, but I want to show that we're still a class act. If you see garbage on the ground, if you see our group's literature laying on the ground, just please pick it up and toss it away. So, you know, show them we're not just a bunch of radicals. Our first speaker is actually running a little late, so I've got a substitute first speaker who just signed up at the last minute. And as far as I know, this gentleman has come from the furthest away of anyone. He was a delegate at the Continental Convention, or Continental Congress, thank you, from Fairbanks, Alaska. Wow. Schaefer Cox.
All right.
It's great to see you guys. It's great to be here and getting a little more summer. Down here it was 36 below when I left Fairbanks, so it's a nice little break for me. There's a couple points I want to hit on that we need to carry and keep in our minds as we're marching forward here. The first mistake that we need to not make is get into the rut of thinking that we're up against an enemy that we can now, that's just going to take forever and ever to defeat, and that we've got this long uphill battle, and that we're just going to, you know, we're in this rage against this system that's just more than we can ever overcome, and get discouraged by that. That's really not the way that things go. You'd have to, you know, defy history and logic to settle into that pessimistic view. What we really are is we are the ground floor investment people. That's what we are. There's an emerging market right now, and we've seen it. You guys have seen it. And we're getting the supply ready for the demand that's coming at warp speed, about to hit us. Because the guy that just parked our car was like, hey, what's all this EndFed stuff? What's all this EndFed stuff, all right? He was just curious, but you know what? When a Big Mac is 25 bucks, this ideological product that we have is going to be in high demand.
That's right.
And that's what's coming. It's coming. Liberty always wins because tyranny self-destructs. Now what's happening is we are seeing the natural consequences of defying natural law. Natural law and common law, you know, there's only two laws in common law, and that is, the first one is do all that you've agreed to do, and the second one is don't encroach on other people and their property.
Yes.
Common law, natural law, higher law appeals to God or to the